Today, Voices from Oxford has the privilege of talking to a very interesting president of a university in China. Professor Xi is the president of Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool University, which is situated in a very beautiful part of China, Suzhou, one of the ancient areas of China with great traditions in education and not very far from Shanghai. And very fortunately, he's visiting Oxford today. So, Professor Xi, first of all, welcome again to Oxford, because this is not your first visit, is it?
Yes, thank you. That's my pleasure to visit Oxford again and to explore the opportunity to cooperate with top universities to develop our new university in Suzhou.
Well, it is, of course, the master of Balliol College who was one of the great innovators that helped to get this project going. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
More than 10 years ago, I cooperated with master of Balliol to develop this school. In that time, we prepared 2 years to get the government official approval, and we opened the door in 2006.
Well done on that. Now, what is its principle? What is the aim of the university?
I think there are several key objectives we need to rethinking education, reshaping learning and teaching, and redefine university, because many disruptive technology has changed the landscape of education. So XJTLU is trying to blend the best practice in the Western and East to develop a new education model.
So it's bringing the two together in that sense.
Compare from our understanding about the world education model. For example, US model is strong in flexibility, gives students opportunity to design by themselves. Yeah. And the UK model is very strong in quality assurance system. Chinese system is strong to lay a solid knowledge foundation for students, but with a passive education way.
Yes.
So XJTLU is trying to develop a system by blending the best practice of the world and to meet the future development trend and challenge.
Your university is situated in a very beautiful part of Suzhou, the Suzhou area called the Industrial Park, which is beautiful. It really is a park, isn't it? As well as being areas where there's new industry, innovation going on. Is the university also focused on the question of innovation outreach?
Yes, I should say that's the second objectives of the local government to create this university, because they are trying to strengthen the cooperation between university and the industry sector. So that's why XJTLU, our university, is started with science, engineering, technology to support the economic development, the social development.
Yes.
So in order to support the local industry, university is focused on some key research fields.
Right. For
example, environmental science and bioscience and some urbanization, aging society.
Yes.
The purpose is to support the social development. At the same time, university is pushing students to keep curiosity and develop innovation, innovative education and entrepreneurship training. So currently, we are trying to develop a dozen research institutes. Right. To support the industry research and development. And at the same time, we are preparing an international technology transfer center to take our university as a local service base to support international institutions to transfer their technology to Chinese market.
Yes.
And the third one, we are trying to develop an international innovation hub. Right. We push students to conduct innovative studies and to train their entrepreneurship and cross-cultural leadership. Yes. And at the same time, to develop a platform for our staff, students, and the industry together to create more opportunities for technology and for startups.
So this is why you foster collaboration with universities around the world.
Yes, so it's very important for us to create an international network, to use Chinese market as a place to test our new education model and to transfer their technology, the innovative ideas to Chinese market, to support the so-called powerhouse of the world economy.
Now, I think you're here in Oxford at the moment, but I think you're going to another part of Britain where you're extending the outreach down to the level of schools. Is that correct?
Yes. You know, Chinese higher education was criticized in last few decades by society, by parents and students. So we are facing a big challenge for Chinese government and the education sector to reform the education system to meet the demand from society and at the same time to face the challenge from the disruptive technologies.
Right.
So XJTLU has tested the new education model for 10 years. We have developed some experience and new ideas to help the reformation of Chinese higher education sector. But in the primary level or secondary education level, there are a lot of big problems too. Right. So XJTLU has bought a private affiliate school. Right. The main purpose is to test the new education model at the primary level and the secondary level to impact the Chinese education system improvement.
I think, Professor Xi, that you also have plans at Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool University for a TV and Film Institute. Is that correct?
We have had the plan. Why? You know, China will become a fluent society. People, you know, have solved the basic the standard of the life, and so people will have more time to participate in entertainment. So in China, there are several very strong companies to develop the film and the TV, and one of them are very interesting to cooperate with Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool University to develop, to support us to develop the new schools. So we have had the plan. So that's why that's one of another reason for me to visit UK to find a potential collaborator to develop new schools.
Well, we have very good film and television schools here too, as you know.
Yes, I think it's a good opportunity for us. So that's why I visited Oxford, because Oxford will develop its business in Suzhou, develop research and develop center in Suzhou. So I think XJTLU can play as a local service platform to cooperate with Oxford and other universities to develop new business and new higher education and research activities in China.
Oxford is now getting very familiar with outreach via the media, because that's exactly what Voices from Oxford is doing. So we look forward to further talk with you and further collaboration with you. And thank you very much, Professor Xi, for talking with Voices from Oxford.
Thank you.